Hello, and welcome to the Little Fish Stitches podcast. My name is Megan. I'm the host of this podcast, and I am coming to you from Aberdeen, Washington, where I live with my family, my husband, Brian, our son, James, who is almost 15 now, and our son, Connor, who is 9, and our doggie, Bella, who is 5. Not that you needed to care about her age, but just so you know, Bella is 5. Period. There we go again! I started over once already because I keep adding punctuation into my verbal sentences. You guys, when you use speech to text immediately before trying to record a podcast, things get difficult. That's all I gotta say about that. Oh my goodness. Moving on. Let's see here. I do not have much in the way of housekeeping. In fact, I don't really have any housekeeping. I'm not doing any cows, no giveaways, no. I'm just here to talk about knitting. And because it's been so very long since I last did my podcast, well over a month, maybe 2 months even. I can't remember. Anyway, I have lots of finished objects to show you. Yay! First of all, I have finished the tree rings pie shawl that I made as a baby blanket for my niece. However, my niece is now using it. It's no longer in my possession. I knit that out of Nat Softy baby cotton. And I can't remember if there's a colorway or a number or anything. I don't know. I don't care. It was like the soft pinky lavender color. And I will insert some pictures, hopefully, that will show you what it looks like. And hopefully there will be a baby shown with it. Yes. So let's see here. So that's one finished object. Then I knit the Kobuk Cat, or Kobuk Cat, I think it's Kobuk Cat, by Caitlin Hunter, and promptly gave it away. I recently had some family photos done by a very new photographer who really, we were her first clients at all, and she's just now wanting to get into the photography business, and she did our photo shoot for free. So I was like, she can't walk away from this empty-handed. So I made her a Kobuk Cat, and I used my colorway Delete, which just is kind of a medium gray color. And then I mixed it with Shibui silk, the mohair silk blend. I can't remember exactly what the base is called. And then I added a fun pom-pom on it. And the Shibui was purple, like deep purple, which you'll see in a moment, because then as soon as that one was finished, I was like, I need a Kobuk Cat for myself. So I knit a Kobuk Cat for myself, and I used my colorway Happy Go Lucky and the rest of the Shibui. Now, I ran out of the Shibui mohair about a little over halfway through, maybe 2/3 of the way through. And I was like, I'll just keep going. So I have a style statement here with my Kobuk Cat. So here it is. You guys, I got a new phone. I got the Pixel 2 XL by Google. Anyway, and it focuses when you put something up close. It's awesome! Woohoo! Alright, so I put this fun pink pom-pom on the top. And I actually kind of like how it looks with the two-tone. Obviously, mohair had to stop somewhere. But you know what? I'm glad I used it all up. I didn't want to waste my mohair because it was expensive. So, ta-da! I have a Kobuk Cat for myself. And I have a cold. My apologies if you hear me making odd noises. Yuck. And then I'm going to sort through my pile here. I had a bunch of undyed 100% merino laying around from around the first time I bought yarn for dyeing. So it's been around for a while. And I finally decided I want to use it. And so I wanted, for that photo shoot that I did with my family, I wanted to wear a hand knit sweater. But I wanted a new hand knit sweater. And I wanted it in less than 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, what can I knit that I can do in less than 2 weeks? And I remembered my Ranunculus sweater, which I love that's where the first part of, where did it go? That Shibui mohair was used, is my first version of the Ranunculus. Well, I decided to make a second version of the Ranunculus using worsted instead of fingering weight. And I made it long sleeve. So here it is. And isn't that a beautiful yoke? I just love that. Oh my goodness. So that's my Ranunculus, and I knit it in bare wool. And then when I finished it, I decided I'm going to dye the wool while it's in sweater form. So I did. It's you can't tell there's a huge amount of difference. I mean, before it was creamy white, and now it's just a very soft gray. But I didn't want to change it too much. I just liked the light color. And you guys, this is the super softest, coziest thing. I wore this, out running errands the other day, and it was just perfect for this fall weather. And so, obviously, you're not supposed to use worsted on this pattern. You're not supposed to do long sleeves. My sleeves are full length. Here, I'll slip it on. It's kind of chilly up here in this workroom now anyway, now that autumn is full force. Oof. So, I've got a little bit down below the wrist sleeves, and it's just so cozy and warm, and I love it. It's like a big comfy sweatshirt, really, is what it is. So yeah, I got a finished sweater, and I got it done well in time to get my family photo taken in it. It took me 9 days to knit this sweater. I made it a little bit longer than what they called for because I'm not a cropped sweater kind of person. Not usually anyway. And of course the sleeves. I think the pattern does give you a long sleeve option, but it's a bell sleeve, and I don't want a bell sleeve. I don't like bell sleeves. No, thank you very much. I want straight sleeves. So, straight sleeve, just done. I just kind of improvised. I think I decreased every 8th row or something like that. So, anyway, that is finished object number 3. Finished object number 4. I just finished last night. This is In the Light, a shawl. Woo! There, you can see most of it. Can you see me? Anyway, this is a pattern called In the Light. My friend Lacey of the Knitted Cupcake, she and somebody else were hosting a knit-along for it. But that's not why I started it. I started it because I saw her original one in person, and it was so soft and squishy, and I was like, I want to make one. Well, now I've made one, and I have a second one still in progress. So this first color is my colorway, Consultation with a Caterpillar. And then this pink color is also my colorway. It is, Young and Free, only 17. And then this final color is another one of my colorways. And can you guess why I'm doing something in my colors? It's Cheshire Grin. This is going to be a sample for my trunk show that I'm doing at the end of this month. It's November, you guys. I forgot to tell you. It's November 2nd. Friday, November 2nd. So, This is a oh goodness, this is a beautiful shawl. And I wore it out and about today when I was running some errands. Went up to Olympia, got a couple comments on it from people who don't knit, like the checker at Costco. Anyway, there was one modification that I did. There's supposed to be in this green section a little bit of lace, and I just decided, you know what? I don't want to do the lace. I'm just happy doing garter. So I just did to the final stitch count in garter, and I love it. I'm so happy with it. It is a very easy and fun, and I love the color transitions. So that is that one. Pardon me, I'm going to take a drink because dry throat. And this is what I am drinking in case you are curious. So that is finished object number 4. All right. Set that back there. Now, finished object number 5 is a pattern that I just test knit. I finished this day before yesterday, and I blocked it this morning while I set it up for blocking under my high-speed ceiling fan that is right above my bed, so it's perfect. I turned on the highest, the highest setting for my fan. But this is a one of my colorways because I want to use this as a sample when I go to my trunk show. And oh my gosh, it smells. I love my wool wash. It's so smelly good. The pattern is by Klara's Creations, is what she is on Ravelry. Can't remember her actual name. But this shawl is called Madhiya. Madea. I'm not quite sure how to say it. I will put the word on the screen for you so that you can see what it is. Anyway, this was there's a classic triangle shawl, and I used my colorway, which is called Hopeless Romantic, and it's a soft lavender with bright pink and bluey green speckles. And so here is the colorway, and here is the lace pattern. So, I mean, she's shown pictures of this on Ravelry and on Instagram, so I feel like it's okay that I show this on my podcast. But this is the large size, and it really is. It's my full wingspan in length from tip to tip, corner to corner, whatever you call it. And it's really, I think it's really pretty, and I think I'll get a lot of wear out of it. And the base I used for this was my MCN base, which is Merino Cashmere Nylon. I do not have any of this listed in the shop yet because I am a super lazy bum and have not done any listing in the shop for quite a while, and I need to get my butt in gear. Anyway, hopefully soon. But this whole trunk show thing has kind of distracted me. So yeah, my beautiful Madea shawl, and it's nice and big, and it wraps around well, and it's just cozy. And now I will wear all my knitwear that I can, because I'm a dork and I gotta do this. Is it cold outside or something? I know, I'm a dork. Just ignore me. And moving on. I will take off a couple layers here. Oof, getting the hair all out of whack. Okay, so let's talk about some works in progress. I have not a huge amount, actually, which is kind of refreshing. I don't feel like stressed and pushed to finish things right now, which I love. I'm not going to push myself too much for Christmas knitting. I do need to finish my husband's Slade cardigan, which I haven't made any progress on since last time I podcast, which is kind of pathetic, but anyway. So let's start with one of my oldest ones here. I've been working on this one since last spring. It is living in my, that crafty little fox project bag. One of like half a dozen that I own. And this one did get quite a bit of work done on it because I have taken it to a couple different places. This is just a sock head hat, and this is a one-of-a-kind skein of yarn that I dyed. And so I'm very nearly to the point where I'm going to start decreasing for the crown. So, but this little doohickey right there, the little TARDIS, is where I was last time I showed it. At least I think so. I may have forgotten to move it. But anyway, I went to a couple different plays. Well, not plays. One play and one concert show thing. Anyway, where I didn't have, this is brainless knitting for me. Stockinette in the round. And what I don't know which boy is going to claim it, but one of my boys is going to claim it. So, yeah. It's just a sockhead hat. I'm not going to use the whole skein because they're not into the slouchy look. So I think I might get 2 hats out of the skein. They just like the beanie style of it. So anyway, that is that. It's almost done. Maybe I'll finish it before next spring. There's that one. And then in this bag is the sock I've been working on for my husband out of Nomadic Yarns and Cascade Heritage. And see that little taco stitch marker? Dude. That's where I was. Anyway, it doesn't look like much, but I put a heel in. So, yay, heel! Now I gotta finish the rest of the sock and start the second one. This is something also, okay, I'm lying. I want to do a pair of socks for each of the guys for Christmas, plus Brian's sweater. So, that's my Christmas knitting. I'm not knitting anything else this year for anybody except me. So, yeah. This is the Potion Master colorway by Nomadic Yarns. And this is some old Cascade Heritage that I had laying around. I don't remember the colorway or whatever it's called. And that, I always forget. These are being knit on size 0 ChowGoo fixed circular. And the taco is from Little Bitty Delights. And let's see here. How many stitches? I'm trying to remember how many stitches I've got going on this thing. Anyway, I'm doing it in a 3x1 rib. For a nice snug fit for Brian's foot. I can't remember exactly how many stitches around. I'm thinking it's 72. Just because, it's a guy's foot. They're kind of big. So, that is that. And it is living in my Doctor Who TARDIS project bag from Lila Styles. So, da-da-da. One of my favorite project bags. This has been my car knitting for quite some time. And then in this lovely bag, if I can detangle it from the other one. Goodness. In this the scrappy thread bag, this is one of her Pendleton wool blanket bags. I love this thing. Just so cute. Pardon me. Is my other In the Light shawl. And this one is being knit from Hedgehog Fibers. And see the little progress keeper there? That is where I was at last time I showed this to you, because I know I have put this on the podcast before. So, let me see here. I know I have my, oops, there's my leftover yarn from my other In the Light shawl. Goodness. In my thingy here, I have my labels. So, the light color was called Crybaby. So that's this creamy color. And then the next one, the green color, is called Park Life. And then that one will eventually meld into this one, which is called Artifact. So, nice soft brown with lots of pretty speckles in it. So I'm excited for this one to be finished too, because for some reason I've been in a make the shawl mood. So I guess, you know, I kind of go through phases. Sweaters were kind of it for a while. They were all I wanted to make. But now I'm like getting back into other things. So it's nice to have a slightly different focus from the sweaters, because it feels like you never finish anything when you're working on sweaters and nothing else. Yeah. So there's that. And then living in another of my That Crafty Little Fox project bags. This is one of my big sweater size ones. A couple days ago, as soon as I finished this, actually, same evening, I went and grabbed my supply of Shibui yarn. And I will pull out a couple skeins and show you. And I cast on my Like a Cloud cardigan by Joji Locatelli. So I have the Shibui Silk Cloud, which is the silk mohair blend. And this is the trying to see if there's a name on this one. Oh, the color is called Bone. It's just not, it's white, but like a grayish white. And then this one is Shibui Lunar, and this is Ash, so very pale gray. So that is what I'm using. It's very soft gray. And so here is how far I've gotten, which is not terribly far, so far. A little strip of texture, but I'm looking forward to this. I think this is going to be a nice, soft, lightweight spring cardigan when the time rolls around. Hopefully it will be done before spring. It calls for size 4 needles. I didn't have any available, so I'm using my size 5 ChowGoo interchangeables. And, you guys, this is... I want to cuddle with it, but it's too small to cuddle with still. I'm like, wrap it around my head. I don't know. You guys know me by now. I am a dork. I love my knitting. I love petting my knitting. I love it. Anyway. So that's it. I did dye up some yarn. Oh, I should have brought some up here. My colorway Wicked, which I don't think is listed on my Etsy shop right now, is this beautiful deep purple. And I decided that I'm going to do the Rose Cardigan by Andrea Mowry. I'm thinking of her Instagram handle. I'm going to do the Rose Cardigan, but I'm going to do it solid. The pattern main picture is shown as a fade, but I don't want a fade right now. I want that purple as a cardigan. So that is what I'm going to do. Yeah. I have my yarn wound up, my needles picked out. I just got to cast on. So anyway, I guess the next thing to do is move on to acquisitions, because I can talk. Really, I can. So, I shopped a couple different D-stashes recently, and I came away with, first, Apron Addict. If you follow her on Instagram, it's like her job, I guess, to, what do you call it? She makes it her job to constantly be destashing, so she must find other destashes, or I don't know how she comes up with her inventory. But anyway, I have a sock blank from Andre Sue Knits, you guys. It's these little robots that are so cute. I'm gonna take the thing off. I still haven't knit from a sock blank. I have one other one. It looks like this is a single knit sock blank. So, I think that, yeah, that definitely looks single knit. But anyway, it's these cute little robots. And I'm like, oh, they're so cute, but do I want to actually unravel this thing and knit? I don't know. Anyway, so, robot sock blank. And then another D-stash was just somebody that I follow on Instagram. I can't remember right now even who it was. And I think she's done D-stashing anyway, so it's not like you could get more from her. So, I got this pretty pinky, yellowy, a little bit of greeny blue, Sunshine Yarn Fun is what the brand is. It's called Summer Sunset. And this is a 80-20 blend. I just thought it was pretty. I've never heard of Sunshine Yarn Fun, so it's not anybody I'd ever heard of, but I like the yarn, and I thought I would try it out. And then, this one was the Yarns of Richard DeVries, 100% merino. So, basically, I got two. One was caked up and one wasn't. So, I'm not sure. So, it's like partially used. But, anyway. This was the Carnival colorway. So, there's that one. And then there was this one with no tag on it, but I'm pretty sure that's a crazy zopper ball. It just looks like their style and the way they wrap them up too. So more sock yarn, and this is all from the same D-stash. I got Swan's Island hand dyed, all natural, 50% merino wool and 50% tussa silk in this soft corally pink colorway. It's called Guava. So, and that is all I got from that D-stash. So that's it for my D-stash yarn. Next up was another skein of Jorstad Creek mohair. This time, and this is, I bought at my local yarn store, which is Black Sheep Yarn Boutique. And this is called Dusty Rose, as you can see why it would be. But this is a local to me indie dyer from Olympia, so her yarn, as well as my yarn, is sold at the Black Sheep Yarn Boutique. So, anyway, I have plans for a couple now. I just need to start one. The Birds of a Feather Shawl by Andrea Mowry. I have plans. You guys, I have plans. Yeah, so there's that. And then I've made a couple Etsy orders. One was from the Yarn Jar, which I have ordered from her before, and I have liked what I've gotten. I have knit one of the 3 items I've ordered from her. So here is, yeah, come on, the tag, the yarn jar, and she attached the cutest little bumblebee enamel stitch marker progress keeper thing to it. Anyway, this is the colorway September Honey. So I just thought it was pretty and autumnal, and I couldn't pass it up. So ta-da, I have a ball of yarn. And then the other Etsy purchase I made was from Query Fibers. Query Fiber. I don't know how to pronounce that word exactly. Query. Anyway, this is Diagon Alley, and it's got a ridiculous amount of stripes in it, like 20 something stripes. It's insane. But I'm thinking this would be a very, very fun pair of socks for somebody in my family. I don't know if it'll be me. But anyway, that is that. And my last item of yarn. Nope, not my last item. I have one more sort of thing. So I recently found out that there is a yarn store in Seabrook. Now, being a Grays Harborite myself, I live in the same county as Seabrook, although it's about an hour away from me. I went in a couple weeks ago to check out the store after I got off work on a Thursday when I work out in Ocean Shores. Seabrook's about half an hour from Ocean Shores. It's like a big loop I would have to make too. Anyway, you don't care. Whatever. I got there. This store is called String Theory Yarn and Fiber, and it's on the main front, I think it's on Front Street in Seabrook. And I talked with the owner, and she officially now carries my yarn in her shop. So, she made an order. I delivered it a couple days ago, and I also bought Apple Fiber Studio yarn because she carries a bunch of this. And this is a Washington indie dyer from Bellingham, and this colorway is called Peace Arch Posies. And this is, you guys, this is so soft. It is a 4-ply superfine alpaca merino nylon blend. It's 20% alpaca, 60 merino, 20 nylon. So 20, 60, 20. Does that make sense? Yes, 20. Yeah. I'm like, does the math make sense? I don't know. Yes, it does, Megan. So anyway, super soft, super cute, happy, fun colors that I like. And then my final acquisition is a couple stitch markers from the Clever Clove. I love the Clever Clove. I'm trying to get these where you can see them both. Focus. Let's see. Well, no, they're not going to come out. But anyway, you can see one is a little knitting dinosaur, and the other is a pair of knit socks. And they're super cute, and I like them a lot. And these are the little earring back ones that they're so much easier to put on than... Anyway, they're cute, and I like them. Go check out the Clever Clove. And that's all my acquisitions, you guys. And I feel like I haven't had a lot of knitting time lately, but at the same time, I've had a lot of knitting time lately. I don't know how that works, but anyway, that is about it. I guess it's for a little bit of life stuff. The kids are done with fall sports. Praise the Lord. I'm about worn out from that. I'm so happy to not have to run around 500 different ways in a week. It's been insane. I'm just done with that whole situation. I know it's going to pick up again in the spring, but at least I have a breather right now. Other than that, my sister had her baby a couple days after my last podcast, I believe. She was perfect. She's doing well. Everybody's happy. I've been prepping for the trunk show, doing a lot of yarn dyeing. I will be doing a trunk show at Pearl 2 in Walla Walla the weekend after Thanksgiving, Black Friday weekend. So if you happen to be in the area, come visit me. Yeah, I would like that. Also, there is a fiber festival, which the name escapes me right now, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the screen. Justine of Rainy Knits, she's a podcaster in the Seattle area. She's the one who I found out about this festival from. And I've decided I'm going. And I'm pretty sure my friend Jen from the Perfect Stitch Fiber Company is going. Pardon me, my throat is very dry. It's on November 10th. And I'm going to go. I'll put a link in the show notes for you guys if you're interested in checking it out. But I'm going to be going to this festival with, at the very least, Jen, possibly another friend of mine. And if you happen to be there and you watch my podcast, because you know I have such a huge following. Anyway, I appreciate those of you who are here. Even if I'm very sporadic with my podcasting. Yeah, moving on. I'm going to be at this fiber festival, and you'll see which one it is on the screen, and you'll be able to see me there. So come say hi if you happen to be there. And it's something that's put on by Nano Stitch Lab. Anyway, that is about it. My life has not been terribly exciting. It's been yarn dyeing, working, and trying not to die of a cold. That's about it. But hey, it's been so long since I've podcasted. I was like, I have got a podcast. I have so many new things finished objects. Oh. Anyway, trying to think, is there anything else I feel like I need to tell you guys? I don't think there is. I think it's going to be a short one today, even though it's been so long since I podcast last. Normally it's over an hour. Or around an hour. Something like that. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. If it was your first time, thanks for sticking with me. If you're a returning viewer, you guys are awesome, and I really do appreciate you. And thanks for coming back. So yeah, I will see you soon-ish. I can't guarantee anything because apparently I refuse to stick to a schedule. Yeah. Happy knitting, happy crocheting, or weaving, or spinning, or whatever it is you do. I hope you have lots of fun with it, and I will see you next time. Bye.